Have you ever had that moment where someone says, liwat ki kasi mong mama or kakulot ni magbukoy, asa ka naliwat? We've all heard something like that before. And while it might sound like magic or destiny, that's not magic, it's molecules. Imagine a massive instruction manual that contains everything about how your body is built and how it works, what color your eyes are, how your body clots, even how your cells respond to infection. That manual is written in a special biological language, and that language is made up of nucleic acid. Today, we'll take a quick dive into these molecules that carries our genetic blueprint and control the tiniest detail of our lives, and why, as these future medtechs, we need to understand how they work. By the end of the lesson, you, the students, will be able to define nucleic acid and its function as essential biomolecules, distinguish between the two main types of nucleic acid, the DNA and RNA, describe how nucleic acids serve as carriers of genetic informations, connect the functions of nucleic acid to key biological processes including heredity, gene expression, and protein synthesis, and apply understanding of nucleic acids to answer assessment correctly. So this may sounds like a lot, but don't stress, let's decode the blueprint of life medtech style. Now that we've set the stage, let's dive deeper into the fascinating world of nucleic acid. So, what exactly is a nucleic acid? Picture it as an organic macromolecule, a big complex structure made from smaller building blocks. Just like a protein are chains from amino acids and polysaccharides are chains of monosaccharides, nucleic acids are biopolymers formed from monomers called nucleotides. So these nucleotides are not just your average molecules. They contain carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, and, wait for it, phosphorus. Yes, phosphorus. It's like the secret ingredient that makes nucleic acid truly special. Without these molecules, life as we know it would be impossible. They carry the genetic blueprint and provide the instructions for all cellular functions. Think of them as the ultimate instruction manual of your body. Everything from your eye color to how your blood clots, it's written in biological language. Nucleic acids are essential for life because they play a crucial role in heredity, protein synthesis, and the overall continuity of life. They are the molecules behind heredity and protein production, carrying the instructions that make life possible one nucleotide at a time. And remember, if you ever feel lost in the world of biology, just think of nucleic acid as nature's ultimate programming language, writing the code of life itself. We'll soon look at the two main types of this code, the DNA and RNA, and see just how differently they help life unfold. Now, let's ready to explore these incredible molecules and uncover the secrets they hold. Now that we've introduced nucleic acid, let's take a closer look at the two main types, the DNA and RNA. At first glance, they seem similar, but they're built for different jobs. First, the sugar. DNA contains deoxyribose while RNA contains ribose, making it more reactive, perfect for temporary jobs like delivering DNA's message during protein synthesis. Next, the base. DNA uses adenine, thymine, and cytosine, and guanine, while RNA swaps out thymine for uracil. And finally, the structure. DNA is double-stranded, while RNA is single-stranded. Functionally, their roles also differ. DNA stays in the nucleus, and it's a long-term storage of genetic information that master blueprint passed from parents to offspring. That's heredity. RNA, on the other hand, leaves the nucleus. It reads DNA's instruction and helps make proteins that genes express in action.
Let's put it this way. Think of DNA as a library holding all the books of genetic informations. When a cell needs to make something, it doesn't take the whole book. RNA makes a copy of just the pages it needs, carries the information to the ribosomes, and helps build the right protein. So while DNA is the keeper of the complete genetic code, RNA acts as the messenger and builder. Two distinct molecules working together to keep life running, one gene at a time.
It's time for a activity called Nucleic Acid Matchup. Let's see how well you can tell DNA and RNA apart. So here's how it works. You'll see 6 cards, each one describe a structure or function. Your task is to match them to either DNA or RNA. If you need more time to think or write, feel free to pause the video. Great job! These are some of the key differences between DNA and RNA. Keep this in mind as we move deeper into this lesson. Let's now dive deeper into how genetic information works. DNA is often called the genetic blueprint, like a set of master's instructions that tells every cell what to do, how to do it, and when to do it. As I mentioned, it's stored and stays in the nucleus of the cell, packaged tightly in the chromosomes and contains the instructions for building proteins. What's cool is that this information, your eye color, blood type, how fast you metabolize food, is written using just 4 letters. That's right, those are the nitrogenous bases where we mentioned earlier. The way they're arranged determines everything about your genes. Gene-specific segments of your DNA that contains the direction for every function, traits, and activity in your body. So when people say you look like a copy of your mom or dad, it's because of your genes. But since DNA stays in the nucleus and doesn't leave, that's where RNA comes in. RNA is smaller and a single-stranded, so it can move through the nucleus. A specific RNA called messenger RNA, which copies the messages of DNA and brings it to the ribosomes for them to make proteins. There are other types of RNA too. Transfer RNA brings the correct amino acids to build proteins, and ribosomal RNA helps make up structures of the ribosomes. This flow of genetic information follows what we call the central dogma of molecular biology. It is a simple but powerful flow of information that goes like this. It starts replication, where DNA makes an exact copy of itself. This is important during cell division so that each new cell has the same genetic instruction. Next is transcription, where segments of DNA is copied into RNA. Now this RNA carries the genetic messages out of the nucleus. Then comes the translation, where the RNA is used as guide to build proteins. Those proteins are the final product. They affect how we look, how we feel, and how our body functions. So in short, replication ensures DNA is copied, transcription turns DNA into RNA, and translation turns RNA into proteins, bringing genetic codes to life. Ever wonder how your body knows how to be you? From eye color to enzyme, and it's all in your genetic code. These nucleic acids don't just store info, they run the show. Let's start with heredity. Your DNA is like the world's oldest and most reliable photocopier, and it makes near perfect copies every time your cell divide. Got your mom's smile? That's DNA hitting the happy face. That's the food streak? That's DNA saying this street stays. It's not magic. It's nucleic acid doing their thing across generations. Now, let's talk about gene synthesis. This process involves creating new genes by assembling nucleotides, the building blocks of DNA and RNA. So nucleic acids play a crucial role here, as they carry the genetic instruction needed for life. When a gene is synthesized, it's like writing a new recipe for a dish, ensuring that the right ingredients are in place.
This led us to protein synthesis. In the nucleus, DNA sends a copy of the instruction via mRNA. mRNA says, "I've got this, boss," and exits the nucleus to find a ribosomes, the cell decoder. The ribosomes reads the 3 mRNA bases at a time. These triplets are called codons, and each of one codes for a specific amino acid. Next comes tRNA, delivering amino acids like express shipping. These amino acids link together to form polypeptide chains, which then falls into functional proteins. Remember, one gene, one recipe. Mess it up? Welcome to mutations, where typos can lead to trouble.
Now, let's put your understanding to the test with a practical scenario. Imagine you're working in a genetic lab focused on personalized medicine. A patient sample is handed to you, labeled as DNA for sequencing. But on a closer look, you realize that it's actually an RNA. What would you do, and how could this affect the results? This is a critical error. DNA contains the full genetic code needed to diagnose disorders, while RNA shows gene activity at given time. Using RNA instead of DNA could lead to incomplete or misleading results. This situation shows how vital your understanding of nucleic acids will be in your future medtechs, where accuracy directly impacts patients' care. Let's tie it all together. From the features we inherit to the protein that keep us alive, it all starts with nucleic acids. DNA holds the complete set of instructions safely stored in the nucleus. RNA comes, and when something needs to get done, it copies just needed part and helps build the right proteins. Together, they drive heredity, gene expressions, and protein synthesis. DNA carries the code, RNA delivers the message, protein makes things happen. For us future medtechs, understanding how DNA and RNA works help us read, understand, and apply the language that runs life one gen at a time. This is your boy Kimini na nagsasabing ang buhay ay nucleic acid lang.